I want to talk about another stupid black mindset. I mean, I'm so tired of talking about these things, and it's embarrassing, and it should be embarrassing to the folks that it affect the most. It doesn't affect me because I don't have a stupid black mindset. But I look at these Democrats, these black Democrats. Slavery ended in 1865. In 1865, black folks were no longer physical slaves, but for some reason, a vast majority of them have remained mentally enslaved for well over 160 years now. All of them in the Democrat Party are mentally enslaved. They've been denigrated down to the point where they can't even think rationally at all. These people run around screaming about systemic racism, how they can't get ahead, they can't do this, they can't do that. And who do they look to fix it? The very same folks that put the mindset in their head. I mean, did you hear about Justice Ketanji Jackson Brown or Ketanji Brown Jackson? I think that's her name. Yes, Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black woman on the Supreme Court. People got so excited about a vagina with dark melanin on the court that they picked this idiot. Yes, I call her an idiot. The very same woman that Marsha Blackburn asked to define what a woman was, and she said she can't. Now, I fought Marsha Blackburn, Senator Blackburn, for not following up. If you can't define what a woman is, how can you judge one? But she didn't do it. So, in like all the Democrats and the Democrat gatekeepers and the Democrat black folks that they put up in front of other black folks, Justice Jackson did what they always do: denigrate black folks, act like they're inferior, stupid, or need help, that they can't survive without the white man, the very person they talk about the most. They need always lifted up. Look at this mess during this court hearing. Let me see if I can share the screen real quick. Okay, here we go. So, liberal Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Jackson Brown, Ketanji Brown Jackson on Wednesday compared efforts to draw congressional districts along racial lines to the way disabled people were granted easier access to buildings after the American with Disabilities Act, ADA, became law. We done had Kamala Harris say that black folks can't get to a Kinko's. We done had Democrats for years saying that it was racist to ask black folks to get voter ID because somehow we can't do it. Even though we never had a problem with getting ID to go buy alcohol or tobacco or cash a check or fly on an airplane. But the idea that we can't vote or there's something wrong. The idea in Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act is that we are responding to current day manifestations. Current day. Wasn't the Voter Rights Act in 1965 or 64? And the only reason why that was required was because of Democrats blocking the legal rights of Black Americans in the South to vote because of their Jim Crow laws, because of their poll taxes and all the other crap that they put out there to stop the black vote. That's why we needed a Voting Rights Act back then. We don't need one now. Manifestations of past and present decisions that disadvantage minorities and make it so that they don't have equal access to the voting system, right? Jackson said. And I don't see a bunch of Hispanics running up and down the street complaining about that. I don't see a bunch of Asians running up and down the street complaining about it. It's always these black Democrats. Black conservatives like me, we ain't doing that. We ain't handicapped. We ain't buying this crap. We don't buy none of the nonsense. Just like they said Obama would be a great president because of the crease in his pants. We look for merit. We look for mentality. We look for efficiency. We look for people that can do the job. And if you ain't got enough sense to get ID to go vote, you don't need to vote. I'm tired of these Democrats acting like they're children and letting people treat them like they're children. Jackson said as she questioned a law representing Louisiana voters who argued that the court order creation of a second majority black district in the state violated the 14th Amendment by prioritizing racial composition in its boundaries. They're disabled, the justice said of the minority voters in the state. Let me get rid of this before I blow a gasket. Democrats, black Democrats, always talk about how they're just as good as anybody else, but they don't act like it. They love to be treated like, well, we need special privileges. Well, look at me a news flash. You ain't no better than nobody else. And if you want to be treated like a man or a woman, act like a man or a woman. People like her with the stupid black mindset makes it difficult for people like me. I don't rely on anybody but myself and the Lord God. I don't need no special favors. I don't need no special handouts. I don't need any of that stuff. If I can't get it, I don't deserve it. You know, you guys run around talking about you more than conquerors, where at the same time, I need DEI. No, you need to stop DIE, dying, or DYING, dealing with these stupid Democrats. They treat you like you're a child. I'm a grown man. Anybody watching this stuff should be a grown man or a grown woman. It's just as bad when I hear about, oh, Trump is bringing the guard to Memphis and it's going to kick black people out of their homes. People actually complain that they're getting help to stop the crime because they think that they're going to move black folks out. I seen this fool, Don Lemon, yell about black folks need to get guns so they can fight ICE. Now, part of what he says I agree with. Black folks should get guns. Matter of fact, I advocate everybody getting guns because it's your Second Amendment right to protect yourself. But as far as fighting ICE, ICE ain't coming to get no black folks if they're legal. They're only coming to get illegal people. And his nonsense about it's not a crime if you come into this country illegally, it is a crime. And any black person that is so stupid that they can't understand that, I can't help you. Any person that can't understand that everybody that comes into this country in one way or another takes away from our tax money and our children's education and our ability to live a cohesive American life. I can't help you all either. You guys are a drain on society. And all you people to sit over there and listen to folks like Justice Jackson, talking about your handicap, you should tell them people to go take a flying leap. Or you should just say, yes, master. We can't do nothing without y'all. We need you guys to help us because we stupid. Because we're inferior. We are not as much of a man or a woman. Yeah, we are 3/5 only. We're missing 2/5. We don't have it. And we'll never have it. And we're going to always need Massa to take care of us. Because that's the way you guys act. So as long as you keep begging and looking for the same folks that's been keeping your mindset in prison, you're going to stay in prison. I'm not in prison. I'm not putting up with it. I ain't going to deal with it. And I'm getting very tired of people that are so ignorant and so prideful in their ignorance that they want us all to be subjected to this stupidity and inferiority. I'm not better than any man, and I'm not worse than any man. And I refuse to be labeled as handicapped.